So we are megastructure civil engineering master degree in Luxembourg, and was our first semester. And we want to know your opinion at the end of this semester. How was the courses, the difficulty, everything,
Yeah, first and foremost, the semester was very hectic.
right?
We had like 7 courses,
Right?
and it was a lot of time consumption because, like, for courses like concrete structures, every week we had assignments to submit. It was very task time consuming. You design, you keep checking, and then it was really difficult. And then steel structures was also there. We did workshop every Monday, and then almost every two weeks, every fortnight, you have to submit like a report, a particular aspect of
So let
design.
me add some information.
Okay.
We are the year that we are recording is 2021, and the professor who was responsible for concrete structures has left this university, so it doesn't make sense that, yeah, okay.
Yeah, Professor Workman.
Mhm.
And then beam was okay, but beam course was a bit okay. But at the end, it was a lot of work. We all left our projects.
Mhm.
We were not working on it because other courses were still in the time. And then at the end, close to the deadline submission, it became hectic. Like a lot of work, what we have to do, we had limited time. So we even had to beg for extension, and which was
Right.
granted, so we could buy more time to finish up and round up our project. And then it was good, it was nice. It was really a nice experience being able to
Mhm.
work with different projects. And then another very good one was the finite element analysis.
Right. Do you
Yes,
like the course? Did you find it informative?
yeah, the concept of the course is nice and everything, but an aspect of the course was MATLAB.
Right.
It was a bit difficult for me
Mm-hmm.
because just imagine this my first time of even using MATLAB.
Mm-hmm.
Just trying to understand basics, do basic operation with MATLAB, and then now you get a lot of assignments to program, calculate deflations for
Mm-hmm.
beams, degree of rotations, degree of freedom, and then you're just at the basics, trying to
Mm.
do plus, multiplication, matrices, and then the next time you get assignments way on a higher level. So if I was already introduced to MATLAB from my bachelor's, it would have been easier to
Mm-hmm.
blend in. So it was more of like there was a gap already. So it wasn't really easy for me to blend in, and then it wasn't really easy. So I always had to go to my professor.
Yeah.
So maybe
It
pull me
get.
through or copy
Mm.
some stuff and then try to modify it. Yeah. But yes, but now the exam is we are not using MATLAB. We are just trying to apply the basic um, finite element principles, which is quite easy and understanding about discretization of your structures or beams, understanding the degrees of freedom, which are statics and kinematic boundary conditions, and then yeah, the concept is easy, but now the issue is just like trying to get like write a program on MATLAB is like a bit confusing because most times you get a debugging the error is the hard part.
Right.
Yes, because when you write these codes, then you now try to, when you have errors, then you go to this line, try to correct it, just going on and on. That was it. Then team walls, team walls.
Again with MATLAB.
Again with MATLAB, man, it was the same, trying to analyze structure stresses in team members,
Mm-hmm.
either using plane stress or plane strain analysis. The concept was also pretty easy, but understanding the result also was easy, but the problem was still manipulating MATLAB. Sometimes you could understand what I want to do. I want to run a plane stress analysis. I've defined my boundaries, understand my
Mm-hmm.
boundary condition and everything. Now the problem is implementing it in MATLAB, not having an error. Sometimes,
So you didn't have that much programming experience.
yes, with
Maybe
MATLAB,
for
yes.
people who had some kind of.
Yeah, it would have been would be really
Mm.
easy for them, and then
Mm.
it was super. But then, thank God for one matter by Professor Zillion.
Oh, yes,
Okay,
it's
so
kind of prepared platform
yes,
for
like
team
platform,
industry.
yeah, for
Not general for finite element.
for finite element, yes, you
Yes.
can like has a mesh generator,
Mm-hmm.
generates mesh for different shapes, different boundaries, and with having your mesh, You can apply boundary conditions, and then you apply loads and different things, and then you get your different stress, your tensor plates,
Yeah.
and everything. Yeah, and then what you call?
So the name of this program is Megastructures with Sustainable Approach, if I'm not mistaken. And what about the
Sustainability.
sustainability
Yeah,
part?
yeah. We did like some courses. We did life cycle analysis and eco design. Also, was like pretty was okay. Was yeah, the course was nice. The concept, the introduction to the concept, but actually I expected more for a master's. I was even hoping that maybe they could introduce us to software that does life cycle analysis, but we
Yeah,
didn't.
same here.
But we just did like just like okay,
Mostly
basic
theory.
yes theory, like yes, understand the concepts about cradle
Hmm.
to grave, functional units, boundary conditions, and then yeah, stuff generally how a life cycle analysis should work, which we
Yeah.
understood pretty well, but we didn't really go in depth or into how the analysis works because
Mhm.
we have different methods, different method and approaches. We can get quantities of a particular of a life cycle analysis we can, but now the
You know the
conversion,
concept, but you don't know how the
yes, the major
calculation
problem,
exactly
yes, how
work.
do you transform these
Mm.
quantities we have to footprints?
Right,
How do we know
right.
the equivalent contribution of so
Mm.
amount of steel using the recipe method, for
Mm.
instance? How do you get it? We have some simplifies simplified method like the equalizer, but it's very limited. For instance, the equalizer will tell you the carbon emitted for a package of steel, but there are a lot of things that are not in the equalizer. Like there are a lot of materials that you won't find.
Mm.
There are
Right,
basic materials,
right.
common materials,
Mm.
but there are
Right.
other materials that you may need, maybe glass or plastic or something.
Mm-hmm.
You will not find it in equalizer, so it has its own limitation. So, but we didn't really know how we can apply. Actually, it's very supposed to be one of my best courses, but now if you give me like to do a life cycle analysis for maybe a project, like a construction project, yes, I can identify, choose a particular boundary condition, get a functional unit, identify everything, calculate everything, give you the different quantities of material use, the transportation and everything now. But now after that phase, which is the inventory, material
Mm.
inventory, it's nice, we can do that well. But now the problem is the major analysis,
Life cycle impact
impact
analysis.
analysis. I also
Mm.
understand applications if it's end note, which is the overall impact on
Mm.
health and everything. If it's just global warming impact that you want to
Mm.
calculate or analyze or get, yes. But how do you? There's a little
Mm.
gap that we need to bridge. But hopefully, maybe during the holidays, we can hopefully maybe try and do
Mm.
one or two
Yeah,
research
good.
on it, and then we can probably get one or two
So for your
publications.
overall,
And then we have a very shitty course, circular economy. Don't forget that. We have one guy, I don't know where they brought him from. He's so proud. I don't know why. I don't know.
do you think people here are racist, or do you face any problem here that you think that the main causes are kind of racism or
Yeah, racism is real,
Mhm.
especially for Luxembourg citizens. They are
the
very, I don't know.
prejudice?
You see?
Some people are prejudiced here.
Yes. I've had like a lot of encounter of like experience of
Mm.
racist, and a day I went to take my vaccine. I didn't have an appointment. My
Mhm.
doctor told me that I can take my vaccine, my second shot, either a week, because 4 weeks later you're supposed to come for your second appointment
Mhm.
to take your second shot. But my doctor told me that I can come a week earlier or a week later, depending on like I have like a 3 weeks range
Right.
to take my second shot, depending on my schedule. And I said, okay. So my normal appointment was the second,
Right.
the fourth week. But the third week, based on the new, I needed to go for an event, so I needed my pass. So I just said, okay, let me go quickly take my second shot because I'm supposed to take it next week. I got there, I met the security guy, and then he like, "Where's my appointment?" No, we didn't start with an appointment. Normally, when he sees people come in, he talk to them nice. He just sees me, and the next thing he sees, "Where's my ID?"
Yes, yeah, it happens to me also when they see that your hair is different, your face, and
They
the
just tell you
way
where's your
that the
ID.
guard talk to you is completely
Different.
different. And
And
yeah.
then I'm trying to okay, I brought try to bring out
He
my
doesn't answer that blue for ID.
no. I was on the queue. I saw what happened. He didn't ask for ID. So when I just saw me, he said, "Where's my ID?" I brought out my school identity card because this vaccination center was inside the university campus. He said, "No, it's not valid." But this identity card shows clearly I'm a student, a registered student in the same campus. He's telling me no, I should bring my passport.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's kind of,
yes,
yeah.
yeah, he wants to see my passport. That's the only way he would admit me. And I said, suddenly I had like my passport. I saw it the way he was looking at the passport. I said, okay, if I had an appointment. I said, no. He said, okay. He now checked and I gave him my paper. And I said, no, my appointment for next week. I can't take my vaccine now. I should go back. And I told him that's not what my doctor said. My doctor said I can come a week earlier or a week later. I think somebody now said we were trying to get it back and for somebody else now came in and I told him this guy is right. Let him in before he let
Right.
me in. So that's just like one case or one situation where I've experienced.
No,
I
great.
don't know. So
But the overall experience here was, I think,
yeah,
positive for you.
yeah, but yeah, the overall experience because I'm from a developing country, Nigeria. It's better than what is obtainable in Nigeria, but yes, it's still below standard because I read a lot. I check about like what's obtainable in other schools, in other parts of the world, in other advanced parts of the world, like in the US, in Canada. They are still way below. They see a lot of improvements that needs to be done for the program, the school. They need more infrastructure. They need more professors. They need more everything because if you go to, for instance, in civil engineering, there's no specialization. At
Yeah,
master's level, it
yeah,
doesn't make any sense.
yes.
So, but when you complain, you know what they tell you?
It's a random combination of every
Yes,
type
different
of
things, and it
course:
doesn't make sense. Yes,
water,
whatever they think,
structure,
what I
fire,
think,
bridge.
yeah, I think Woodman designed this course. I think they just sit down and randomly put everything they think is necessary together for you to come and study. And then I remember,
Transportation. It doesn't make sense for a
I,
master program.
I, I'm a class representative. I once had a conversation with the secretary, course secretary. You know what she told me? She
What?
said that if did I ever check the course content, like the course outline, the course syllabus for this course before I applied?
Yeah, yeah. I actually suggested that this should be a little change,
Yeah,
or, and I was talking to the staff, that the member of one employee very nicely, and she started to talk me very rudely, that you had the opportunity to see the courses and why you came here when you don't like it, like that, and it was so rude.
now, now these are feedbacks.
Yeah,
That's what's
yeah,
supposed
yeah,
to
yeah,
be. They
yeah,
give you
yeah, yeah,
feedback
yeah.
because we do these courses. We give you feedbacks to help you improve, to
Yes,
design a
yes,
better and
exactly.
more competitive syllabus that everybody from all over the world will want to come to. That's the idea. But when we give this feedback, they kind of give us like a rigid response. Like it is fixed. It is what it is. If you don't like it, you shouldn't have come. You should have gone other way. No, that's not the idea. We know we're already here. We're not complaining. We'll pass. We'll do the courses, yes, but it's stressful. We need to give you feedback to help you improve your system. That's the idea. But
Yeah,
most
but
times when
low level employee doesn't care about the improvement, and these things generally happen with guards or unemployment people that employed. Uh, I don't know how to say. I think that just people in. I mean, for example, professors are really
yeah,
careful, and you cannot see. Just one time I saw kind of racism with professor, and it was kind of unique,
yeah, yeah,
and the only thing that I saw, but generally professors and
supposed to be.
people with better education,
Yeah,
you cannot see this kind of behavior.
yeah. I don't think I have seen something about feminists.
Yeah,
This is
yeah, I know,
yeah,
but don't mention it
no, no, no.
with the
I
name
don't want
or
to
yeah.
talk about details, but it doesn't
Yeah, I
make
know.
sense too.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
also
A professor
piss me off.
told a woman that women are not for
Engineering.
engineering, and the girl started crying, and I was shocked,
Yeah.
honestly.
So yeah. So
And but rarely happen this kind of thing. Generally, people are nice and talk to you very good and politely. So thank you very much for
all
your
right.
time.
All right. Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you. So we have here Gabriel. Gabriel, can you give us just 2 minutes maybe? You told me that this program is not flexible and every course is kind of mandatory. Can you tell us your opinion about that?
Yeah, it doesn't make sense for a master's degree. You are doing 7 or 8 courses a semester. It's like an hybrid bachelor's because for somebody who already knows what he wants to do,
Right?
like for example, if you're a structural engineer, you know that's what you want to do. So why do you make me to do courses in water and in transportation? I have no business with that. But that is what it is. It's
Yeah, man.
just
So
too
true.
it's too time consuming because
Mm.
it's like you are doing civil engineering at bachelor's level again, doing everything
Mhm.
that you know you will not need. That is one of the major parts I see that is quite difficult. Then
And I know that you are in the first semester, but how did you find the job market here?
the job
Do you have
market
any idea?
here in the engineering part is not that easy because of the language deficiency is very
So you need to
prone
know French.
French and German, and so if you don't have the language proficiency, it might not be that easy.
And do you think French is enough for finding a job here if you just know French in
Yeah,
engineering
if you know
part?
French, you stand a very good chance of getting something
Hmm.
quickly. Yeah, but depending on what you want to do, if you're into designs, yeah, you need some level of German
Hmm.
proficiency because most of the books and materials used for the designs are in the German
Or in
language.
German?
Yeah, but if you're in the
And
construction sector,
construction,
French,
yeah,
because most of
French.
Hmm.
the construction workers they speak French, they don't speak
Hmm.
French. Yes.
Yeah.
So yeah, and then Portuguese too, because they have a lot of immigrants from Portuguese
Yeah,
that speak. So
manual labors here
manual
are
labor, yes,
mostly
mostly yes, they speak Portuguese. So
Portuguese.
if you're
Hmm.
in the if you want to strive well in the construction sector, if you can speak Portuguese and French, you are good. Like you get a job immediately.
Hmm.
It's
Great.
easy, but if it's design, I think German, because
German.
most of the codes, everything, most of them are in German. And I
Mhm.
think French is actually very poor in mathematics. In French, you don't have a lot of figures. Like
Mm.
for instance, you like 80, number 80 is not in French. So if you want to tell somebody 80, you either tell the person 100 minus 20,
20.
or you tell
Oh
them 20
yeah,
in four
yeah.
places.
Yeah,
Yeah, so it's not really very for calculation.
For
Even French
calculate.
people, yeah.
Yeah,
Even French people
it's
that wants to study
they like
sciences,
art,
yes, yes. But if you talk about art, literature, stories, they are very good.
fashion.
Wine,
fashion,
fashion,
mm,
yes. So
perfume.
Even French people that want to study engineering,
Hmm.
sciences, they have to do a little bit of German. Just
Right.
most of them go to Germany, technology, they go to Germany. But Germany is more with the technology, the equipment, the machines,
Hmm.
the factories, and everything. While France, they concentrate more on fashion, wine,
Yeah,
food,
exactly,
and stuff like that.
exactly.
So,
But in my opinion, French is the main language of here generally. I don't
Yeah, yeah,
talk
yes,
about
yes,
the
yes, yes. So you talk about communication, yes.
yeah.
Even in construction,
So if you
engineering,
don't
yes, it's
have any
French.
preference, I think it's better to start with French. It's
French, yes,
much
start with
better,
French,
much
yes,
better.
yes, yes.
Yeah.
But if you want to go into design
Hmm.
for engineering structures, you definitely need German.
Hmm.
yeah.
Most of the codes, most of the analysis, and everything that's applicable here in Luxembourg are German analysis. Most
Hmm.
of the books, like if you check when we are doing this one book that we use when we're designing concrete, N notes 26 or something. N26 is a German book.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, there are some formulas that came from that book. It's a German book. So most of their design and everything are in German. Most of the softwares.
Hmm. Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't think we have any French engineering designing software.
Yeah.
This thing,
So most of them are
even
German.
for me, if I happen to research in one language, I just thought of it 2 days back. I'll actually learn German. Why?
German, yeah, will be
Because if I finish here and I still want to stay around,
good to
my
Germany.
cousin and some friends told me that the job market for engineering in Germany is crazy.
Yes, yes.
Construction is on a mega scale. And
Yeah.
yeah, so actually, for me, I don't think it will be more profitable learning
Laptop is not
German.
charging.
It will be profitable for me to learn German than French.
Okay, yeah, it's charging now. Thank you.
Okay, Bandana, do you have anything to add?
No.
Madonna is always scared that something will
Do you
disappear.
like this country?
Don't rename
How
my-
did you
Yeah.
find it?
No. I want to tell you a story. What happened? Fima, this is Bandana. What happened when we were doing beam model? I came back and then who was trying to do something, check our model. And Banana was, no, don't touch it, don't do anything, it will disappear. I didn't know what happened. I was like, no. But later I just know that Shaheen was trying to help out with something on a model and the thing was eating. So mistakenly, so they couldn't bring it back. Mandana was so worried. Mandana was
Oh,
so
yeah.
scared. Was so tense. I'm like, oh my god.
She's so obsessed with the grades, courses, and so hardworking. One of the best students in this program. Yeah.
Nothing like that.
So, do you like this country? How did you find it till now?
Yeah, it's good.
Can you give us your impression?
Nothing, no. It's good for me. It's good for me.
Great,
And
great.
consider-
Thank you very much. Thank you, Gabriel.
welcome.
Thank you, Paulinus.
Can they give us